Hey everyone, my name's Leah Lauder and I'm a mega church cult survivor. And I was in a mega church cult for 18 years. And I'm live on YouTube right now at the same time. I'm live on TikTok and I'm live on YouTube. I know I was supposed to come on at 7. I'm so sorry. And I don't even know how to use it well. So I think that my live schedule thing wasn't working. Anyway, I'm a mega church cult survivor and I was in a cult for about 18 years. And I came to the realization that it was a cult during the pandemic. So ever since then, I've been all over the internet exposing my church cult. So today I want to talk about some of the cult tactics and some of the things that make you vulnerable to a church cult. And TikTok, please feel free to get involved, ask questions, and the same with YouTube. Hey, there's some people here. I don't really know what's going on with this. It's not letting me see any comments or anything. But YouTube, let me know that you're here and you're all active. So basically, there's a lot of cult tactics that mega church cults will use. And one of the main ones is love bombing. So when you first come into the mega church cult setting, they'll just be straight up lying to you. Come on, let's keep it real. They'll just be lying. You could come into that church looking a complete mess. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, you look so lovely. And a lot of people actually say that's why you shouldn't feel like if you were there for 6 months or even 3 months, like, oh my gosh, it was nothing, because it was something. Do you know what I mean? Because in those first 3 months, they'll be love bombing you to get you trapped into the self-sealing system. So, oh, hey, welcome, YouTubers. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was getting ready. But you know what they say about a lady being fashionably late, eh? Yeah, but I just want to talk about the love bombing because it's something that happens really early on. And if you have been attending a church cult recently and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not sure, is it a church, is it a cult, and you're not sure, then one of the main things is that it will be overly excessive. Like, one thing you need to remember, because do you know what, guys, these are just relationships. It's just relationship dynamics. That's all it is. And when you're meeting someone for the first time, you're getting to know them, and you want that to kind of be like that gradual. It needs to feel like an organic, healthy process. It shouldn't be like the person's like, almost invading your personal space and your personal boundaries, and they're calling you all the time, and it's like on the cusp of harassment. That's not healthy, because guys, you know how you have to see it, YouTubers and TikTokers. Do you know how you have to see it? Like, you have to see it like a guy like you just met. Do you know what I mean? Or a girl you just met down the road and you just given them your number. As soon as you've given them your number, they're like calling you non-stop 24 hours a day. Come on, guys, that's not normal. And so what I want us to do is start to normalize these dynamics of relationships. Because if we can normalize it and look at it like a relationship in isolation and remove the religious side of things away. So, for example, I've had Caris survivors say that, ex-Caris members had handwritten notes saying, we want you back, David Antry misses you, just a load of human fecal matter. That's what they're doing up and pushing it under the door. So that is just giving Bunny Boiler, like psycho, like obsessed vibes. Hey, welcome, YouTubers. And so what we need to start looking at is the typology of abuse in isolation. Like, let's forget it's a church. If you were dating someone, or it was a friend that you had been, had a relationship with, and then you've said, oh, do you know what? This relationship's not for me. I don't think it's very healthy. Then they're coming and putting a note under the door. Wouldn't you think that's strange behavior? You would think that that's just like a psycho. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look at these behaviors in isolation, because guys, because look, one of my turning points, yeah, man, I'm so glad you made it. Oh, you said out of the homeless shelter. Well, you're still there, babe, because you are a stray farm animal, child. Because if you're in Dagwood Mills cult, baby, you're getting sent around like a lapdog. Even on the loyalty and disloyalty doctrine, baby, on the loyalty and disloyalty book, there's a dog there. And babe, do you know what? YouTubers, I'm not going to get drawn out on YouTube because I'm here to actually give a message. But there's a lot of cult trolls that would never have the opportunity to be amongst a woman like myself in their presence. So, and the only reason that you're even seeing me, babe, is because I was in the cult for 18 years. I don't mix with dusties. Do you know what I mean? Like, the only reason you're on YouTube is because it's free, babe. Do you know what I mean? If you had to pay a subscription fee, like you have to pay a subscription fee paying your tithe because your pastor's teething up all your money, then you wouldn't be on here, babe, because you're broke. Oh, of course it's stalking. It's absolutely stalking. Then I've got another account of a survivor from First Love, actually, and he lived all the way in Northwest London, and they actually followed him home. They followed him all the way from South London to Northwest London, and that was stalking. He didn't even give them his address. So guys, it's like, you know, this behavior, if you give someone your number and they're continuously messaging you, they're continuously calling you, that's harassment. Do you know what I mean? You'd want to block them straight away, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's the leader, it's the pastor, this, that, and the third. So we're not looking at it like that. But we have to look at it like that, because at this point in 2024, you know, anyone can go and start a church. Absolutely anyone can go and start a church cult. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can go down to the bottom of my road. I can go and get a community hall space and just be doing up church. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to have any qualifications. I don't need to have studied in theology. I don't need to have done anything. Do you know what I mean? Just get a hall and just start chatting absolute human fecal matter. And that's what Dag Mills does, because that's my ex-cult leader. And also, I want to talk a little bit, you know, oh, I've got some breaking news, actually. What I was told by my mole today is that there's currently a situation in Lighthouse Chapel International under United Denominations of Lighthouse Gathering of Churches. So instead of you coming on here trolling, maybe you should be asking Bishop Richard how he's getting on with Pastor Emmanuel Asante, the accountant pastor that's stolen £1 million of a church member's money from their business because they were doing business accounts. Maybe you should go and find out how Rich is doing, because I don't think he's going to be able to sweep that one under the rug, because £1 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, unfortunately. And that's not the first time that they've been doing up fraudulent activities, okay? Because I've got a member where they was doing up a pyramid scheme in the branch, and I've got the company's house, you know, proof of it getting shut down, and they coerced her to give £1,500 in that first pyramid scheme. And then in the other one, they got her to give £1,000. So that's £2,500. So they're a bunch of thieves. Yeah. Do you know what it is in these church cult spaces, guys? Yeah. And for some reason, the comments are upside down. But, you know, I'm just going to look attractive whilst doing it. They only call you when they want to come to an event, fellowship, or service. They never want to actually check up on you. Yeah. Hey, girl. Yeah, that's what they do. Because, babe, they're users. All they care about is bums on seats. That's it. They don't care about the individual child. They don't care. They don't care about anyone. That's what I found out in the pandemic, girl. It's all about numbers and bums on seats. Do you know what I mean? If you're not coming, they don't care. And that's why when you say that you want to leave, it's like they excommunicate you. They discard you because now you're not useful to them, you see. But, and one of the ways that they've kept people silent for so long, because remember, silence is compliance. And then we've got a culture amongst the Black community, whether you're African, Caribbean, whatever it is, where we brush things under the carpet, especially SA, things that happen with children amongst family. Let's talk about it, man. What are you telling me? Like, we brush it under the carpet. So it's like this generation that we find ourselves in, they're a bit more woke. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So people are starting to speak out more. They've got their freedoms. People are not being suffocated by the indoctrination and the self-sealing system that we're in. Because one thing I realized, guys, being in the cult, was that outside of that, we are actually in an actual self-sealing system. Some people might call it the Matrix, whatever. And I do believe that there are evil, wicked structures and systems in high places that are literally indoctrinating us to live towards the societal structures and social constructs that they put in place. Do you know what I mean? And that's what segregates us. And I think religion is one of them. I love your videos. They've helped me a lot. Oh, thanks, Lauren. Oh, I love your name. It sounds really expensive. It sounds designer, Lauren. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm wearing Lauren. Oh, girl, you should do something. Do perfume or something. Your name is gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to read your comment because you're just a hater. And with a name like that, that's what it's giving, child. So anyway, and I need to get some mods on YouTube. But do you know what? This is my first live. So I'm just on here to just feel it out, yeah? So, yeah, so basically in these cases, right, guys, they just want to get bums on seats. They don't care about the individual. They don't care about safeguarding they don't care if you've got disabilities. There's There's another girl. Actually, there's been quite a few people with disabilities who have been treated like absolute animals, absolutely inhumane. And if you come across one of this video and you've got disabilities and you've been in a mega church cult and you felt like they've treated you like rubbish. So, for example, what they do with people with disabilities is they act like they can't make a decision for themselves. And what they do is they'll get like an older shepherd to worm their way in to the parents, and then they'll be going. And you have to remember, the parents are thinking, oh, she's coming home with like a 19-year-old. Because remember, they start young, like 16, and these parents want a break. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got these older young people that are like 19, 20, 21, whatever. And they're coming in and introducing themselves from this church cult. You're thinking, oh, great. You know, there's been young people with disabilities. There's been young people with sickle cell that have been in an active crisis, and they've still been telling them to come to the church cult. That's Caris, and that's First Love. There's another young person with disabilities, and she said she was unwell, and she was really unwell, and they still sent an Uber to her house to collect her, to bring her to the church. And then they then proceeded to call her mother to tell her to get up and come to the church. So that's what they do. That's what they do. Because young people, usually with disabilities, they've usually got a carer or a guardian that's usually, you know, speaking on their behalf. And join me, guys, onto YouTube that is speaking on their behalf. You know, like the sole guardian to make decisions and choices for them. Do you understand what I'm telling you lot? So what they do is they worm themselves in with the parents. They make friends with the parents like they're goody two shoes, and then they just abuse the people with disabilities. They don't have no voice in there. They do whatever the hell they want. They make fun of them. There was this young person that I invited, yeah, and he had like visible learning difficulties, yeah. And literally he was in the courtyard of London Apache, yeah, and all the young people were there. And my ex-husband was there as well. And basically, all the young people were taking the mick out of him, ridiculing him. It was disgusting to see. And my ex-husband switched and he said, stop it, you should stop doing that. You can't do that. Like he flipped out and he was just going in. And this is the kind of hearts that they have, wicked hearts, because Bishop Richard is wicked. Bishop Richard has swept grape. He swept SA under the rug. You know, it's not like one or two women have come to Bishop Richard. There have been quite a few women that have come to Bishop Richard reporting grape and SA. I hope it doesn't happen to his own kids, because he's very quick to be telling other people's kids that they are like a door and they should and they can open and close their legs. So he's actually a great apologist. And I don't understand why Richard always has to be around little kids. Why is he always around little kids? Why is he always moving with little kids? Doesn't he have his own kids? Oh, is the phone, Kylie, do I need to switch it the other way around? Is it the wrong way around for you? Hey, S Brown, YouTubers, can you let me know? Should I switch my phone long ways? Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, so it wasn't working. It said it was locked. Oh, 1 minute. Maybe it's my phone that's locked, child. Oh, okay. I'm going to keep it this way then. Oh, so for that whole time, it's been upside down. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Maybe vertical would be better. Yeah, you lot should have told me, man, earlier. But do you know what? Anyway, it's alive. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. Also, because I'm not going to keep this one, but I'm on TikTok at the same time. You see, you trolls, yeah? I've got a little message for you because I'm not even trying to keep this live. Let me tell you something, yeah? You lot are a bunch of haters. Let me tell you another thing. I look better than your mother. Yeah, and a lot of you lot, I'm your mother's age. Do you know that? You need to go and find some damn respect. I'm 37 years of age. Do you understand me? I'm a big grown-ass woman. And you want to be coming on here and having some chat for me. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Too Fast, Too Furious. Thank you so much. But do you know what? Let's get into it. Oh, they're showing me love on YouTube, you know. Thanks, guys. Are you not following me on TikTok as well? TikTok, if you're not following me on YouTube, it's Leah Lauder 777. Oh, I think I'm wearing Moonstone. I'm not sure what this one is, girl. I think it's Moonstone and Amethyst. Oh, yeah, girl. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, you're 32. Oh, lovely. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Let's turn it into a bit of question time, because I've got TikTok. I'm on YouTube Live. So I've got TikTok and I've got YouTube. Do I like younger men? Oh, my God. YouTube's on a madness. Oh, God. Oh, I love the love there. No, not really. Younger men's not my type. I'm not going to lie. But I'll tell you what, though. Never say never. Never said, because if you're doing up Mike Zuckerberg, do you know what I mean? Got a small startup, you know what I mean? Tech little thing you got going on, and you've got wisdom beyond your years, then you might stand a chance. Yeah, thank you, Daz. Thank you so much. I think Somali women are the most beautiful women in the world. So that is absolutely a compliment. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that on my status. I don't know if you were trying to be side-eyeing, but I'd be careful because the Somali mandem that I know from Walthamstow will hang you out to dry, babe. Yeah? So I'd be careful, baby, because I don't think you can handle that Somali heat, that Somali GM heat. I don't think you will. Mods, are you on deck on TikTok? What's going on? Can you block him, please? Are my mods there? Yeah, it just depends, babe, because I don't really usually go for young guys, but I don't discriminate, yeah? So don't you think what you're doing is affecting your relationship with God? No, Fantasia, you're giving Fantasia. I bet you look like that as well. If you got a little crop pixie like Missy, get your freak on, get your freak on, quiet, shut your mouth. Silence when I spit it out in your face. Open your mouth. Give you a taste. Holla. That's what you're giving, Fantasia. You're giving hating with a deep masculine voice. Yeah. That's what you giving, girl. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, black women are absolutely beautiful. I don't think it's affecting my personal relationship with God because I've got the power of God that's with me and his strength. And also another thing I want to let you know is you got a false prophet, Dagwood Mills, and he can kiss my derriere. Do you know why, babe? Because all of the things that he's been saying, all of the curses, him and Richard, I would have been 6 foot under, but I'm here. Sitting pretty, baby. Looking like a bag of money, about to step out. Yeah, I had to fit YouTube into my schedule. That's why I was late, babes. Yeah. So instead of you, Fantasia, with your grandma name, sitting on here trying to tell me something, maybe you should go and do something else. Yeah. Oh, Sean, I'm not gonna answer you, babe. You look dusty. Sorry. No, Sean, I'm not gonna answer you. You look dusty, babe, just from the profile picture. Does anyone have any questions on TikTok? You lot, YouTube's wild. Oh, you said I'm crazy. You love me. Oh my God, are you not feeling it on YouTube? Oh, is it? Oh, thanks, babe. Make sure you subscribe though. Make sure you subscribe. But too fast, too furious. Is there? Can you gift me, man? Can you gift people on YouTube? I feel like you can do that, babe. Oh no, Sean. How do you block people on here? Oh, can you just remove him? Leah, you're the bravest person I know. Thank you for all you're doing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Coco, come and see if you can delete people for me on YouTube. I've got more people than I thought I would have. And there's a Dusty called Sean. I don't think he's got a good life. Oh, look, I think I've done it. I think I've managed to block him. Oh, brilliant. Oh, thanks, Ello. Oh, but Ello, it doesn't matter because you know what? Haters make the world go round. Okay, someone asked me on TikTok. This is killing 2 birds with one. Oh, I need to be careful. YouTube. I stick with community guidelines. Like the live, guys. Okay, so someone's asked me, are you still a Christian after everything you've been through? I'm not a Christian. No, I don't class myself as a Christian because you've got people like Fantasia. Do you know what I mean? That attend the church, evil and wicked women. Babe, do I look like I could go to church? Do I look like I could go to church? The girls would be hating on me if looks could unalive someone. They're a bunch of haters. Don't you understand? Pretty girls can't be in the church, babe. They've got people like Fantasia in there. Like this gal that's sitting on YouTube watching me like a fan child. Hey, Coco. Yeah, girl. I've added you, girl. So anyone that can be a mod, pop over to YouTube for me because I had more people on here than I thought. But basically, yeah, babe, I can't go to church, babe, because the pastor's wife is going to think I'm trying to sleep with her dusty husband. Do you know what I mean? That's begging for bread every Sunday. That's not attractive to me. I don't like a beggar. Do you know what I mean? I don't like a beggar. I like going for my money, guys. Yeah, because they're attracted to me, child. The providers, but I don't like a beggar. There's a difference between a beggar and a provider. That's embarrassing. Thanks, Flow Groove. The pastors are embarrassing. Oh, lovely. Mrs. CM, great. Yeah, just block them, man. I had some of that. But do you know what? Haters make the world go round. So I don't, look how good I look. Look how good I look, babes. You know, I can stop out anywhere on the side of the road, act like a damsel in distress. I could get help like that, baby. What are you talking about? Do you think I care about you lot, your little trolls on there? I've had to fit YouTube in, babes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've had to fit YouTube in, baby. Period. I didn't even have time to come on here today. What are you telling me? Oh, thanks. Too Fast, Too Furious. Did you find me on YouTube, babe? Oh my God, I'm feeling YouTube. You lot. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling YouTube, you know. Just block them. You know what, babe? If they're sounding dusty, just block them. So basically, what I'm going to say is I don't class myself as a Christian, no, because they're all a bunch of haters and then there's a lot of wicked people. And also, there's so many denominations I can't keep up. So I just believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. You know, I'm spiritual. You know, there's no head over me. I'm not governed by no indoctrination. I'm free as a bird, child. I am free as a bird. I am out of that cage and I am free and I'm living my life. Living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden. Living my life like it's golden. 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 Better than Ida. Better than Ida, babe. Too Fast, Too Furious. Did you like that, babe? I thought you might. I thought I might surprise you. In case you've not come across me before. Surprise! I sing as well. Oh my gosh! Viva, Viva Las Vegas. Someone just gifted me a big gift on TikTok. Haters! Whilst you're sitting in there, trolls, watching me like a little fan, I'm getting gifted on TikTok at the same damn time like a boss. I'm seeing double vision right now. Perfect timing. Thank you, Alex, my king, my love. How do you overcome the embarrassment of not realizing you were in a church cult? Thank you, Alex. Alex, you know I love you. You're such a king. We got to go out for a drink. But you know you got to be paying for them drinks, Alex, because you know how I am, babe. But I don't think Alex will mind because he's a provider. How do you overcome the embarrassment? I know that's a hard one. Someone's asked me on TikTok, babe. But how is a dusty can you expect? All right, I'm gonna say it after, babe. Let me go because I've got both of you at the same time. I feel inundated. I feel special. Oh my God, you guys, I feel so great because I've got people on YouTube and they're just coming across me as well. Love you. Oh my God, the trolls must hate me, child, because I'm just so positive. I just live my life, babe. I'm just living my life. I'm just a Barbie. I'm a Barbie girl. In a Barbie world, life is plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair. You know what I mean? That's what my life's giving, babe. So overcoming the embarrassment, babe. Do you know what? Yeah, you gotta live by the mantra IDGAF. I don't give a. Yeah, you can't care about people. And babe, do you know what? Yeah, you can't be embarrassed. You can't be embarrassed. Do you want me to tell you why? Because they use a lot of different intricate cult tactics and cult psychological manipulation techniques, okay? So they use things like love bombing, they gaslight you. They have a self-sealing system and a transcendent belief system. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And they use things like thought reform. They put you through a thought reform program. So that is the indoctrination. Do you understand? And through that indoctrination, for example, in my cult, they taught loyalty, a lot of loyalty and disloyalty. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So what they were doing is they're changing, reforming, changing the way that you think, act, behave, feel, your attitude, everything. Your whole brain is being rewired. That's what they done to you. That's what they've done to you when they were indoctrinating you. They were rewiring your brain to indoctrinate you to think like the cult leader. Yeah. And then you get stuck in the self-sealing system. You then take on a pseudo personality of the cult leader and you start to behave and talk like him. Then we're going to bring social conformity into it. Okay. And we need to bring social conformity into it because that's what people are socially conforming to taking on the pseudo personality of the cult leader. So like, I'm going to use my cult because that's why I believe because I know you're a damn troll. That's why God planted me like a seed in Lighthouse Chapel International. I'm talking about your church, babe. How about that? I'm talking about Dag Heward-Mills. I'm talking about Bishop Richard Aye, okay? That's who I'm talking about, babes, yeah? And God planted me in Lighthouse. And do you know what? Because God told me the other day, babe, God said to me, Leah, I planted you in Dag Heward Mills Ministry because you've been asking. Because it's an excellent example of what a cult is. It meets the cult characteristics to a T. And Dag Heward Mills is a textbook malignant narcissist. Can you hear me? Can you hear me on the tube? Just block her. I don't deal with dusty people, babe. You're just going to get blocked because I got mods on there now, on deck, in the car. Yeah. So, girl, there's the Thought Reform program, and then social conformity, where you feel like you have to be dressing, acting, walking and talking like the cult leader. So, for example, everyone in my cult talks like the cult leader. Yeah. So they will be doing like, forgive, messy, it's a message. They say weird things. Like the other day I did a feature on my cult leader and he said Bramblebush. Like he's just got a weird sense of humor. Dag's an absolute geek. Do you know what I mean? And a nerd. So, and it's okay if that's him in isolation. I mean, it's cute. Some guys are cute. They're nerdy. I don't find him attractive one centimeter. But, you know, some people find that attractive. But when it's like loads of people doing it, and then another thing that they do in First Love and Mustard Seed, which is absolute cringe, and they do it in most of these churches, they try and mix like, you know, like popular culture, like slang. Oh my God. Fantasia, I hope you don't talk like that, girl. Oh my gosh. You know, like they'll be forgive in it, man. Oh God. It just gives me chills. It just triggers the hell out of me, child. Because it just gives like misfit of society, and that's when you really see that they're in a self-sealing system, because they look like aliens. They're talking another language, child. It is weird as hell. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So it's these weird behaviors, and in cult psychology we call it cult jargon. So to the girl that asked that question on TikTok, does that answer your question, babe? I'm trying to tell you a little bit more about how they are. Do you know what it's like? Organized spiritual crime. That's what it's like organized spiritual crime. You need to remember that, guys. It's not like it wasn't like you just went into an environment and that's it. That wasn't what it was. Do you know what I mean? You were in a vulnerable position when you most likely walked in there. You were probably young. Do you know what I mean? You're being indoctrinated. You got this this is a malignant narcissist, you know. This ain't your average day-to-day narcissist, you know. They got sociopathic tendencies. Do you understand what that means? These men are unwell, girl. They're unwell. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They mix trends with church terminology to make themselves seem modern and cool. Guys, what I'm going to need you to do on TikTok is pin your comments, yeah? Because I'm doing YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you. I'm just trying to look up. Yeah, silly comments will get deleted on YouTube straight, period, point blank. We don't have time for that. So if you've got a sensible question, but if you're from Lighthouse Chapel International, you might be too sensible and you're having to be controlled like a little dog and a prisoner. So on my live, you're probably going to let it rip and be an absolute idiot, because that's what you do best, because you have to be doing that up. You've got to do up subordinates. You've got to ask permission, babe. You've got to ask permission first. Do you know what I mean? You've got to even ask permission to use the lavatory in there. Do you get what I'm saying? You got to ask permission, baby. Question. If the church programs the brain, doesn't the Bible technically do the same? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question, child. Yes, we could say that. And so, Coco, what I would say is, that's why for me, remember I said with the Canon Bible, I've got so many questions. But one thing I will say is that I go with what I go, which is part of my morals and values, and that's why I tell people to take a step away from the church. If you've been abused and heavily indoctrinated through the Bible, you won't even be able to be doing up the Bible anyway. So going within, establishing your morals and values. When I did that, I just said, you know what? Oh, thank you, Apple Pill. Oh, I love you guys on YouTube. Do you know what? I'm going to start coming every week. All right, my loves? Yeah, I'm going to start coming every week. All right? Yeah. So I'll just decide a day and then you just look out for it. But subscribe, everybody. Oh, they tried to block you from going to the toilet on a Sunday. One thing I want to say as well, TikTok, remind me what I was talking about, because I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. So I live by the mantra, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Oh my God, wouldn't the world be a better place if we just went by, take what resonates, leave what doesn't? Do you know what I mean? So if I'm saying something and, you know, you might believe in Jesus, but more of the religious Jesus, that's absolutely fine. But I don't. Do you know what I mean? So then take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That's what I tell my collective to do. And that's what we've been doing for months. And we've been having a great time, haven't we, collective? Absolutely great. Question, how many authors wrote the Bible? I know the answer, just want to see. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know how many authors, but I do know that they were all men. And you see, this is the problem I have, Coco, because Mary and Paul came after 40 authors. Wow. Yeah, so and they're all men, I believe. I do because I don't. Hey, Dana, because I don't feel the femininity, like the feminine spirit. I don't really feel that in the writings. I think it's more of a masculine, a masculine spirit. Can you block Fantasia? She's just giving dusty. Do you know what I mean? She's just giving. Babe, go. Do you have a husband? Because if you've got a husband and your hair, child, I don't know why the hell you're on here watching me, girl. You must have a really sad life. Because Fantasia, you're nothing in that cult. Because me, I wouldn't have even had the time to be sitting on here watching someone, babe, if I was in the cult. Because I would have been so busy, child. So I think you should, at this point, baby girl, I think you should just go, yeah? Love don't live here anymore. I think. All right, babe. I need to get perfume. If anyone wants to get me a perfume, please feel free. I'm just getting myself ready because I'm going out. I wish women were more represented in the Bible. Oh, yeah, me too, babe. They've stolen our history. They've rewritten our history. Oh, someone said the church teaches you to override your intuition and doesn't acknowledge the emotional damage. Oh, yes, I definitely agree. And that ties into them. I'm gonna tie those in together. So basically, my issue with just how Christianity was formed is the fact that they've actually deleted the history of women. And we always refer back to the canon Bible as this like great book, that's really, it's got this historical depth and it's religious and talks about Jesus and talks about God and the origins and how the world began and how the world will end. And do you know what I mean? It's the greatest book that's been written of all time, right? And in that book, there's just a lack of representation of women. So that just, for me, it's given what you can go and Google right now. Yeah, Mary Magdalene wasn't even mentioned. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, they were calling her a SCX worker, yeah, for years. The Catholic Church, because the Catholic Church are the goats. Pentecostalism and all of that have come after them. And because of the elitism in Christianity, Catholicism and Church of England reject any other church outside of their church. They don't believe that any other church is the Church of Christ. I just want you lot to know that. So when you Pentecostals and you Word of Faith and all of you lot that are listening to these human fecal matter of a pastors come and have some chat for me, babe, I'll just go back to my Roman Catholic Church. And then you lot ain't human fecal matter anyway. Even if I step out of you lot are only relevant in your self-sealing systems. That's why your pastors create them. That's why your pastors create them, babe. They want you in their little self-sealing systems trapped because they're nothing on the outside. They're nothing to the wider Christianity, like Christendom, Catholicism, and they're nothing outside of the self-sealing system. Because when I first came out and I was talking about Dagwood Mills, no one knew him, babes. I've put his name on the map. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? His church is hanging on. That church cult is hanging on by a bare thread right now, because people are dropping like flies left, right, and center, child. That attendance is going down. Yeah. So they've rewritten the history of women. They've deleted it out of the Bible. First of all, they were saying that Mary Magdalene was an SEX worker. Then afterwards, when technology started advancing, she actually came from a place called is it Magdala? I'm sure it is Magdala. Yeah. And she was a woman of prominence and wealth and like an aristocrat. That's what she was. She had the money and the freedom. And remember, they've been demonizing women since the beginning of time. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So because Mary Magdalene had her freedom, she came from a rich home, she could read, she could write. So that's what they wanted to push her down to, yeah? So she was one of the very few women that could write in that day, and they decide that her works aren't valid. Why do they say that? Because Mary Magdalene taught about going within, about the body being the temple within. All of those writings and all of those works that Mary Magdalene taught, it contradicts the patriarchal and misogynistic view of the Bible. And that's why they didn't include her works, because it's a matriarchal lens of Christianity that they don't want us to know about. Were the 40 authors during the time of the people they wrote about? Babe, I don't know. I don't really know about all that, Coco. I haven't really looked into it, babe, if I'm honest. All I did was because you know what it is, Coco? It's just a bit much. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying what you're doing. Please ask your questions. But for me, I felt like it was a bit much just going down that route. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because for now, all I've been able to process is that I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in, when it comes to the canon Bible, I do think that there are works that have been inspired by God there, because there's absolutely no denying that that the Psalms are not the word of God. You know what I mean? Like them Psalms, I don't know, they just do something to me, man. It's just, I think it just validates it that there's just truth in so much of it. But I think for me, it's just like take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Do you know what I mean, babe? Do you know what I mean? Because even if it is that, babe, and it's not real and whatever, for my psyche at the moment, my mental health is hanging on like by a string. Do you know what I mean? So even if it's psychologically, it does something for me, it helps me, then babes, I'll just go for that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's literally the only thing I got going for. It's the only thing that's keeping me sane. Oh, Paul Octavian, I don't understand that language, babes. I think it's Spanish. You're going to have to go and interpret it, babes, and come back. Because, but I don't know, babe, clocking that none of the authors even met the people they wrote about. Ooh. Ciao. But do you know what, babe? That's why, do you know what, babe? I just go to the canon, like for my Psalms, if God brings a certain scripture to my remembrance, like everything's within, babe. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get me, guys? Like everything's within. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy, and I love God, and I just experienced God in such a personal way. Like even when I feel like I want to get up and go to a certain area in my room and pray, and I'm just like, do you know what? I'm not like, I'm just speaking to God every day. Do you know what I mean? And I'll get there. I'll get there when I need to get there. But I'm not putting that pressure and stress on myself. All right, YouTube, I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes on here because my phone is just such a bad Android. YouTubers, do you think I should keep this recording or should I leave it? And TikTokers, get your questions in. Oh, thanks, Coco. You're such a queen. Jesse, do you know what? I hope you're not Jesse from Apache, because if you're Jesse from Apache, I've got a picture of you looking very questionable that I will put up on the live right now. So I hope that's not you, babes. Oh, I should keep the recording. Oh, all right. Oh my gosh, everyone's saying to keep it. All right, because it was upside down. All right. You know what, you lot? It's hood. It's the hood. It's hood tube and hood TikTok. And we're doing it at the same damn time. And you know what? I'm really proud of myself, guys, because I was absolutely exhausted today. I was so tired. And I just said, Leah, just do yourself up a bit, because I'm going to support my Queen Jay. It's her first event. And I'll stay only on YouTube. Oh, Too Fast, Too Furious, you're so cute. But Too Fast, Too Furious, you need to follow me on TikTok, because I'm on there every day, babe. You can have me morning, noon, and night, child. I'm on there all the time, babe. It's Leah Lauder. Just put in Leah.Lauder. That's my main account, Leah.Lauder. But Too Fast, Too Furious, you're going to have to go and follow all 6 accounts, because on TikTok, it gets wild. And I need, yeah. Follow me on TikTok. That's where I am. Too Fast, Too Furious. Too Fast. Oh, I love you too, Liliana. Oh, you're such a queen. Liliana, are you coming to Jay's thing tonight? Are you local? Liliana, come to Jay's thing. It's in, oh my gosh, look at me. I've forgotten that I'm live on YouTube and we're keeping the recording. All right, you lot. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to start to wind down YouTube. Oh, thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you've learned something. But one thing I'm going to give you is just a couple of nuggets before I go, YouTube, okay? Because this recording is going to be kept. So for those of you that are still in the cult, okay, and you're trying to cult exit and you're trying to get out, I want to say that Christmas is the perfect time. And this Christmas, oh, thanks, BR. Thank you, my love. And Christmas, oh God, YouTube are giving me so many compliments, Jar. And Christmas is the perfect time. YouTubers, stop it because you're distracting me. YouTube is Christmas is the perfect time to exit a cult, okay? Because everything starts winding down. It gets very busy. So just be doing up what you'd usually do up so that they won't suspect you. So if it's rehearsals, whatever, just be doing it up like you're going to be there, child, into the new year. And what you might have to do is just take a few L's, because you might have put money into something. They might have been doing an event. They might have been doing whatever. Just take that as an L, okay? Because it's going to be Christmas. So they usually give you like 1 or 2 days off, because you don't get no days off in the culture, especially. Oh, thank you, Prepare. So this is a good time to start planning, guys, towards December, because there's usually a day or two, and I'm not sure what day Christmas is falling on, but time it and plan it all, okay? Time it and plan it all and start to work out your exit strategy. And then you go straight into the new year, new you, New Year's resolution, left the cult, packed it in, left it. Especially if you've been thinking about, oh my gosh, when am I going to leave? How am I going to leave? Christmas is the perfect time because you have to look for that opportune moment. So I think it's a good time, guys. So have your cult exit strategy in place. Think about things like your accommodation. Who are you living with? Are you living with parents? Are they first gen members? Are you going to need to find new accommodation? You need to start saving your money. Stop giving them your money. Stop giving them your money. You see your tithe, just stop paying it. And every time you would pay your tithe, pay it into a savings account. Yeah? So when you come out, what I recommend is going on a nice little holiday. Even if it's Paris for a couple of nights. Do you know what I mean? You can go to Turkey any time of the year, baby. And the weather is absolutely beautiful. Crystal clear ocean. So I would say be putting that tithe away into your own savings account. And then when you leave, get yourself a nice little shop, or you can start doing up the shop. Do you know what I mean? You could book your holiday, because I say that cult exit is a bit like booking a holiday. Yeah, you have the time, have a time in place in your mind. So if it's the 1st of January, if it's the 26th of December, Boxing Day, whatever, have it in your mind and work towards that. So that's why I'm saying save the money. Anytime you would have given an offering, your tithe, whatever it is, just put it in the savings account. And you know what? When I had 5 people doing this all at the same time, and when they saw how much they gave in a week, they said, Leah, I'm disgusted. They couldn't believe how much money they were just giving willy-nilly. And another thing that I say to people is, if you do a job like driving people somewhere, just start making up excuses, okay? And that money for petrol, again, savings. Because you need to start to kind of be able to measure the amount of money and time and everything that you're pouring into it. And that's part of your exit strategy. It's time to take a step back, slowly relieve yourself of your duties or whatever it is that you're doing. Start to think of what excuse you're going to make. Is there a family member that's ill somewhere back home and you need to go to Ghana for 2 months or Jamaica? Well, now you do. If they didn't know about the family member, they're going to know about them now, child. And that's why you're not going to be around for 2 months. And then you just cut out. You just block them. Another thing you need to start doing is detaching from the old environment, detaching from any friends, like family relationships that you got to lock it off, baby. Maybe at another date, a later date, you may be able to talk to those people, have a relationship, but for now you got to focus on you, me, myself and I. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there, guys, on YouTube. I hope that you've liked it. Oh yeah, Lorem. Oh, Lorem. Oh, I love that. Oh, someone's called Lorem on. Oh, YouTube is giving expensive. Yeah, girl. Stop putting all that money in your savings account. And if you come across this video, please stop giving them your money. Stop giving them your... No, Kamala, what are you talking about? Kamala. Oh, no, Coco, block him. Yuck. No, man, we don't endorse that guy. I don't endorse YT supremacists. Sorry. They're just like my cult leader. You're going to have to take that somewhere else, babes. Yeah? All right? Just like the women that run away from you because you support that individual. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. That's why you support someone like that. I've just seen your profile. Anyway, I'm still on here. I need to behave myself. All right, YouTube, thank you so much. I hope that this has helped. I'll be on every week. But, guys, I'm not going to give, like, an exact day. Yeah, I'm just like an ocean and a river. It's just very flowy with me. Do you know what I mean? I'm like Black Hippie Barbie. That's what it's given. And Freedom Fighter Barbie as well. Okay. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, everybody, on YouTube, and I will be back next week. Thank you. Love you all. You're absolutely amazing. Bye. Bye, guys.